Do we start with the Peter Mandelson stuff and then talk about conservative MP defection to reform?
Sure.
Sure thing. All right. So Keir Starmer, as far as I can tell, it just seems like it'd be a never-ending story, is drowning in questions about Peter Mandelson. He's lost another senior government staffer in the middle of all of this. So just, I guess, some context for everyone. The Prime Minister fired Lord Peter Mandelson, who was Britain's ambassador to the US. Did so last week after previously undisclosed emails surfaced showing Mendelsohn offering support to Jeffrey Epstein, including guidance around early release. Some pretty nasty stuff. Number 10 says the new material wasn't known at the time of the appointment. The Foreign Office told MPs he was withdrawn with immediate effect. Ministers later called the appointment worth the risk, which then prompted further backlash. And the PM and his aides have now admitted that Starmer knew when he went into PMQs last week that the Foreign Office was investigating the emails between Mendelsohn and his former best pal, Jeffrey Epstein. But number 10 insists the PM knew nothing about the content of the emails until Wednesday evening, after insisting he had confidence in Mendelsohn at PMQs. So there we are. That's the context for our listeners. Why does this all matter, guys?
Well,
I
shall
think
I start if you
one
can
of the
hear
issues
me?
with Peter Mandelson,
Oh.
Yeah, go for it.
Holly, you go.
one of the issues with Peter Mandelson, quite apart from the really, really serious, upsetting, and distasteful stuff around Jeffrey Epstein, is that he is so well known in this country. He
Oh,
has
really?
been around. I remember him from the 90s, and he's just one of those political figures that almost anyone in the UK will know his name. They'll know who he is, and that obviously causes greater cut through alongside the seriousness of it. But it's all around the judgment, and it's just this constant one thing after another after another. There's a debate in the UK Parliament pretty much as we speak. I was watching it earlier on today, and the minister who's been put up to answer these questions just looks so thoroughly fed up, because how on earth do you defend this stuff?
Yeah.
It's just so simple to a member of the public looking on to see that this is not acceptable. So it's incredibly difficult for them, because just like the Angela Rayner story, it's all really, really tangible.
Um, hopefully you can hear me now. I'm getting like every other word of you two, but to be honest, it's not affecting anything really. It's not like, because it's I can kind of do without any of the words, to be perfectly honest with you. But anyway, I'm getting like one or two words. So let me just give some, like, everyone knows, everyone tunes in to listen to me anyways. The key thing about this is Lord Mandelson, of course, is the guy who, with Tony Blair, created the new Labour project. So created the Labour project, which made them electable. So the whole idea of bringing him back was a bit of a symbolism of, this is a continuation of the new Labour project, not the old Labour that never used to win elections. And if it did win, it used to lose very quickly, blah, blah, blah. Great mind, absolutely brilliant mind. He's very famous for being the guy who took a seat when he became a Labour MP in the northeast of England. And the joke that went around, I don't know whether it's true or not, was that he confused mushy peas with guacamole, because that's the kind of, he's not really working class Labour. He's very definitely in a different set. But the key thing about this is Peter Mandelson has resigned from things in government now like 3 times. So he resigned within like 2 years in 1999, I think, of becoming a minister because of some loan that he didn't declare he'd either given or received to buy a property in London. And then he had to resign something else. There were some questions about his links to Russian billionaires, I think. And he was a European Union commissioner as well. He was sent off to be an EU commissioner. So he just keeps he's brilliant, but also just keeps resigning in a scandal. So maybe this is, so the bigger question here is like, it's kind of like, it's Starmer's, judgment. And they clearly decided that it was worth the risk, despite all of the evidence of all of his questionable links and behaviors and failures over the last 20, 30 years. But the key thing is, it's a lightning rod for everybody in the Labour Party backbenchers who hate Starmer. This is a lightning rod because it's got everything you want, right? It's got Epstein in it. It's got Peter Mandelson's behaviour. It's just, so it's a lightning rod now. So there's open talk now about getting rid of Starmer.
Yeah,
There,
and lots of people mentioning May next year and the various elections that are going to happen. And I think it's pretty obvious Labour are not going to do well in May next year. So when sitting MPs or other people are mentioning May next year as a point where Starmer is going to prove himself or otherwise, they already know the answer to that question.